adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital. During this process, we were able to...
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian... It wasn't difficult to convince... That said, after some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood. We're fairly certain that her...
What sort of differences?
Although she was working with the Brotherhood of Steel, she never formally joined as a scribe. After the capital wasteland was secured, I think she assumed we would just... Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, if you find out that she's still alive, there's a special project.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Sorry, that information is classified. I'm sure...
What's this project that needs her attention?
Sorry, that information is classified.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Sorry, that information... Listen to me, Knight.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the... Just keep your mind on the mission. Good luck.
At least it's not raining.
The Institute must not be allowed to create these freaks any longer. What is it, friend?
Excuse me, Paladin Dance?
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
You two play nice out there.
Only if it plays nice back, citizen. Let's see what we found.
Who treats synths like tools, tossed away without a thought.
Don't get excited. It's just some scrap. Doesn't it feel good to be a part of something as important as the Brotherhood? Building something?
Dr. Ingram.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if...
Blah, blah, blah.
Are you in or are you out? Make up your mind. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
Jammed.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Busted. stuck. Only opens with a key. Can't pick this. No use. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean, I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, You had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you, kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully arctic.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic. Plenty of that was available, of course. Even in their attempts to shield themselves. But then the Institute found me. After discovering records from Vault, I was exactly what they needed. I am their father.
Enough. And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or...
You knew the man was...
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say?
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me...
Collateral...
What would you have me say?
Collateral...
What would you have me say?
Collateral...
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my with old age comes regret. But what else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
Why build it to look like you?
We'd advanced the technology behind synths to a point where this struck me as an interesting variation. A new angle, if you will. Modeling it after myself seemed only natural, what, with the Institute's records on my genetics and physiology. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him? Like you would a real boy?
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expected. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in...
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned...
Hi, Doc.
They weren't
I don't
kidding.
know.
You really are
Most of them have lasted
Well,
long
all right.
past their projected
I'm
lifespans.
Allie
If you ask me,
you can
they
think
were
of me
built
as the
pretty well.
Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the... There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water, and the work we do might not be as exciting. So, now that you're here...
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the...
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into... It's a process that's still going on today. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3.
Allie.
There we go.
Hey,
All
what
set.
do you need?
Unit, you can return to duty.
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watt. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our... We also make use of a number of synth units.
Dr. Fillmore.
What's on your mind?
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. Fortunately, advanced systems... It's a good thing to... You don't even... Thanks again.
Of course. We're all looking forward to working with you.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
You're here. Glad you made it. Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon. When are you going to tell me about this mysterious...
Hey there.
No, I can't talk
Father's
about
work
that.
has been a real inspiration for me.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Hey.
Child synth. It's just remarkable.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger.
Will there
Once
be
you've
any
settled
pain?
in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
You're the doctor here?
Everyone's a doctor here. But if you mean physician, then yes, I'm about as close as we've got to one. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you take care of yourself. I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out.
Hey.
Now hold still.
Good evening.
There. All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to ignore every symptom you experience.
Hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
She's been at it for over 2 hours.
Safety
what is she even
first.
testing?
Nothing.
Remember that.
At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me.
Oh, for goodness sake, I can't find my notes anywhere.
Hey.
Yes? Yeah?
Well, that was pretty...
That's it?
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
You're the scientist. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, let's see. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth. You find a way to intercept our teleport signal, and now you show up at my door. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
Are you...
Are you happy here?
You'd think, being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't... What does that have to do with why we're talking?
Whatever. The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. Like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You're wasting...
Your work could be...
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, I never understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people up there, dying. And here I am, surrounded by technology that could make their lives better. Yet we hide down here and insulate ourselves from everything and everyone. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that. If nothing else, it should... Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
Dr. Lee.
I'll be along soon. Just tell whoever sent...
Enough. I wish you'd come with me now.
If we're seen together, I made it from the... Now, is there anything else?
How are you going to get back to the surface?
Let's just say I still have a few people. Don't worry. I'll keep my word. Was there anything else?
Do you have security codes to any of the other sections?
Here. This is everything I have. Anything else?
Good luck, Doctor.
To both of us.
Operating at full capacity.
That's it.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So,
I'll pass along your message.
Welcome. It is so good to meet you.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of health. It's my mission. You should know that many of us see that you do. Good to see you. Feeling well today?
Hi.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Excuse me.
Scanning. Subject identified.
I wouldn't be here, not for your son.
Hey.
Good evening. As the Institute's first personal synth, I try to set a good example.
If all personal synths are as good looking...
Why, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I don't know that I can be of much help with that, but the compliment has certainly made my day. It was a real pleasure to meet you.
Greetings, sir.
Be careful wearing that. You might be mistaken for a Brotherhood of Steel soldier. Carry on, sir.
Call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Doctor.
You know what happens when people get robots to
Someone's
real
bitter.
people doing real thinking and real work? That's
If that's how you feel, why not?
because we could do so much more. It's wasted. In any case, perhaps don't make excuses.
Dr. Higgs.
What others call complaining, I call critical thinking and challenging
Reporting
assumptions.
status. All functions normal.
Excuse me.
Nothing to report.
Hi,
sir.
Doc.
There's a lot of hubris around here lately, and I don't care for it.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for.
Mankind
Maybe I should take some courses with
redefined.
me. You know,
Catchy, isn't it?
I hear we're
Please
about
don't.
to get a new food
There's
supplement.
enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft?
Excuse me, Doctor.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a... It's nothing personal.
Whatever.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you... Our primary responsibility is the recovery of a...
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look... As to why there is... Our main instrument is the Courser. Coursers hunt down and... They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered... In fact,
I'm no stranger to combat.
even so, a Courser should be more than a match. I suppose I'll have to ask Robotic. Now, unless you need something...
Enough. If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. In his absence?
Justin.
Pardon me, sir. Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
Yes, what is it?
You mentioned that coursers undergo...
The SRB constantly monitors those who show tenacity, We teach them armed and unarmed Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers.
Blah, blah, blah. Dr. Ayo.
Yes, what is it?
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, we then begin the delicate process. In those cases where the procedure is successful, all too often we're unable to...
Power armor is sturdy enough, but it limits your mobility.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Hey there.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. He thinks his problem should be everyone's biggest concern. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken our needs as seriously as they should. I guess they see us as a necessary evil or something. It's really not fair. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we've had to get acquainted, and all I want to do is complain. In any case, it was good to meet you.
Dr. Secord.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Hey there.
Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
All systems nominal.
Father's a great man. You must be very proud.
You had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. Please don't get any germs on me.
Pardon me.
Hey there.
I don't think you'll be needing that suit of power armor in here.
I try not to think too much about it.
Excuse me, Doctor.
We have more than
Yes,
enough
yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say
Those
is very
people are the
interesting,
last
but now
remnants of
simply
a
isn't.
dying past. It's best. Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized... We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal. You probably saw...
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by... The initiative is still in its... I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time and...
I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. In any case...
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what.
Dr. Holdren.
Anything I can help you with?
Tell me more about those...
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Unfortunately, we had a few early... They destroyed 2 of their synth... Anything I can help you with?
You mentioned medical care. I might...
In that case, you'll want to... He's our top bio... Dr. Volkert, you won't find...
Most men lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
All this must be a little overwhelming for you.
So much research, so little time.
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated. Negative sensor read.
Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other
Dr. Volkert, can you see to my injuries?
All right, hold still, and I'll take a look. Take good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me. Here, this should take care of it. There we are. Good as new. Head to requisitions if you need.
I've heard stories, and the surface sure sounds scary.
Hey, sweetie.
I wish Quinton would stop telling those stupid stories.
Hey, pal.
My daddy says your father's back, but he looks so much older than you.
Synths aren't human beings, but supposedly they're the future of humanity.
Excuse me,
I'll never
I've got
understand
reports
it.
to deliver.
Good to see you. Feeling
Can I
well
turn
today?
off the interferometer?
Well, hello.
I wish Quentin would stop telling those stupid stories.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources. Unfortunately, no advancement comes as remarkable as our synths are. They can be. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with some.
What do you mean by proper supervision?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute, as you're about to see, however, they can be. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes, under his leadership, I've dispatched a courser to...
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority... Now you should get moving.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Dr. Fillmore.
Hi there. Something I can help you with?
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
You didn't expect me to survive the trip?
A device like the Signal Interceptor is way out of my league. I was hoping you'd make it, but I find it tough to have faith in technology I don't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
What do you hope to find on there?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody... Before we jump to conclude, I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxon gave you all of the details. Good luck, Knight.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special... Once again, Knight.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have to do 100 push-ups. Proctor Ingram?
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush the Institute.
It will, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us first. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is the bad news is that it's going to take... The first problem is his CPU.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a good deal of that system with... Luckily, you were able to convince Doc... She was on the original build team. I've already spoken to her, but if you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power...
Attention! This is a reminder. All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation.
Maxon might have...
Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to inquiry and punishment.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept my end of the bargain.
Do I need to remind you why you made that promise in the first place?
Of course not.
Do I need to remind you why?
No, that won't be necessary. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
The last person that disobeyed Captain Kells ended up scraping rust off the prison wall.
Responsibility.
I heard that Elder Max got that scar on his face.
Ingram?
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Did we make a mistake asking her to help?
No, don't worry about it. You might not be best.
Whatever.
Besides, Dr. Lee, we're working with one of Prime's original designs. In fact, since things are going so...
What do the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really. The actuators are what allows... Prime's new limbs are way too heavy. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand... What we need you to do...
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know... These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw... The only thing we need you to... According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to... We've already sent out a few teams to fight...
Once you start building the act... Good luck.
out. That one.
Anything useful?
Hey.
Weapons hot.
Hey. That's your target. Heads up.
I was hoping for a challenge. Guess I'll...
For the Brotherhood.
Hostiles nearby.
Damn.
Not sure where, though.
Oh, no. No mercy. I'm hit.
Hey.
No problem.
Son of a... Ad Victorium.
Just drop, will you?
Mission accomplished.
Taking on a death claw without back. Up is a great way to... No mercy!
Is that all you got?
There's no lack of work around here. Days go by pretty fast.
Hey, at least it's honest work.
Hi.
Don't eye the Brahmin if you got any sense.
Excuse me.
Make a move, and I'll end you, Wastelander.
Doc.
Dangerous world out there. Good thing, too. Otherwise, no business for doctors, am I right?
Not today.
Very well.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure.
I know they're still here.
It's over.
I'm ready to move in, sir.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word.
If this thing even looks at me the wrong way.
Wait.
Putting it down.
Did you hear? Gotcha.
How about a bit of good news? If you haven't already seen it, which I did, so I know it's true, and not just something I overheard.
Heads up. Where do you want me? Be glad to share the burden.
fucker went amateur book.
Thought a reporter could consider themselves heading my way?
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Heads up. Get him! Look alive. On him.
this a fight? Nothing's gonna save you now. Sloppy tactics, bad aim. This one will be fun.
I told you to go away.
I'm here to talk to Jack Cabot.
Oh, it's you. Good. Come on in.
Come on. Let's go meet the boss.
What is this place?
Better to let Jack answer that. Jack, the new guy is here.
One moment. I just have to...
He'll be right with us.
Oh, damn. Clearly, I'll need to adjust the mixture. Hello. Welcome to Cabot House. I'm Jack Cabot.
What is this place?
This is my ancestral home. The Cabots have always lived here, since long before the Great War. If you're asking what we're still doing here, with Boston in its current sad state, well, that's a story for another time, perhaps.
Pleased to meet you, Jack.
And I am very pleased to meet you. Edward finds it tiresome, but I always like to know personally everyone who works for me. Please, have a seat. How about a drink? Edward, the good bourbon, eh? Please, have a seat.
Stuff in here's older than you, Blue.
Now, before we get down to business, I have a question I like to ask all my new employees.
Is this really the time
Don't
for...
interrupt, Edward. The question is this. Do you believe there is other intelligent life in the universe?
Are you talking about aliens? UFOs and little green men?
No. That's all popular hysteria. I doubt any of it has any basis in fact. I'm talking about the hidden history of our planet. The very origins of humans, ancient powers that...
I'm really just here about the job.
Not that this hasn't been scintillating.
I'm sorry if I'm rattling on. I sometimes forget not everyone finds these things as compelling as I do. I'll leave you to Edward. He'll be your immediate supervisor. But remember, I'd love to chat more about this when matters are not so pressing. Welcome to the family.
Hey there.
I still need to give you your assignment.
Oh, look at this place. Their maid's got talent.
What was all that about?
Don't worry about it for now. That's part of the job, by the way. It's best to keep an open mind. Jack may be eccentric, but he's definitely not crazy. The job I got for you is simple. Jack owns a facility north of the city. There's an important package that went missing between there and here. I need you to track it down and bring it back to me. Any questions?
For starters, what's this package I'm looking for?
It's a metal case holding vials of serum. You don't need to worry about what it is. Jack needs it for his research. That's all you need to know. You should start at Parsons State Insane Asylum. Don't let the name spook you. It's just a secure building that we're using. We think the courier got ambushed as he was leaving the place. The guards heard gunfire in the distance, but we don't know exactly what happened. Check in with Maria at Parsons. She's in charge of the security force there. She can point you in the right direction. You all set then?
Yep, I'll see you soon with the package.
Good luck. Don't get killed on your first job.
Look alive.
Need to relax. Who's there?
That guy.